Didn't get to the Bud shit last night, but I watched the whole fight. Shout out to the brothers in the Discord. We had some good conversations in there. But I got review videos coming up for every fight. Shout out to Martin McCauley. Shout out to David Morrell. Shout out to, Andy Ruiz and Jared Anderson. That wasn't a great fight, but it is. Well, that was the worst fight of the card. Shout out to Ryo for getting the title. Um, let's talk about Bud and Madrimov. So much to unpack here. I told y'all Madrimov was solid. I predicted it would go the distance. But when Crawford was able to put punches together on Madrimov, whatever you want to call him, Terence Crawford was able to hurt Madrimov every time. Every time he put two or three punches together, sometimes one shot. So Madrimov played it safe. Even with Joel Diaz in the championship rounds, was asking Madrimov to let his hands go. Madrimov, knowing he was the B side, even though he was the champion, he never really went for it. Because when he did open up and throw punches, he got tired or he got hurt. Every time Bud threw a shot, landed two or three clean shots, Madrimov got hurt. He started holding, he started falling and shit. And Bud is powerful. He was just fighting a really good calculated counterpuncher. And Madrimov didn't do a lot of switching himself. So he fought a really good counterpuncher. And when he fought a really good counterpuncher, it made for an interesting fight. And when Madrimov landed a punch or two, he landed some good shots. You know, he landed some really good shots. So, or a good shot, but he never really let his hands go. Come on. He never really let his hands go like he should have let his hands go. So, you know, that became an issue. This nigga want to push some piss on every bush. But yeah, that became an issue. He never really went for it. You know, he never really like sold out, and he knew he was the B side. That's the crazy thing about it. He knew he was the B side, and he never sold out to get the fight. Because he knew and he never tried to impose his physicality on Bud. He never tried to smother Bud or push Bud back or nothing. He knew. Um, he knew had he opened up and he got out of line, he was going to sleep. He knew it. He knew it. So he just played the waiting game. And one thing about it, that shit Bud don't got a chin. That narrative got put to sleep. But last night, Madrimov, strong, 154 pounder can punch. He landed some shots on Bud. But you know how them shots didn't affect Bud like that? Because Madrimov never attempted to follow up on them shots. Come here. Where's you going? Yeah, Madrimov never attempted to follow up on them shots. He'd land one big shot and he'd get out the way. And his footwork, stop. His footwork was solid. It was what I thought it was. And I gave the fight an honest assessment as far as breaking it down. You can't say I ain't one of the best in the business at that. I told y'all, Madrimov was a real fighter. Everything he did in the fight, I said he would do, he did it. Only thing I think he really didn't do that he needed to do was wear Crawford to the body down. That's the only thing. Um, uh, that's the only thing he didn't do was just go to the body. That's it. And it's a reason for that. You be like, well, why do guys not go to the body? One of the reasons is sometimes in a competitive fight, a lot of your logic go out the window, and that's what your corner is for. Two, a lot of times you gonna get countered. You reach to the body, you fighting a guy with longer arms, you pulling out. If you don't smother, you gonna get caught, and that's a mistake Pitbull Cruz made. That's a mistake Pitbull Cruz made yesterday. Shout out to Mike. Shout out to Fotex. Pitbull Cruz, Miles. Pitbull Cruz got so desperate he started losing the jab late in that fight, and he started to land a little bit too. So, but Pitbull Cruz Pitbull Cruz forgot about the body. And had Pitbull Cruz set up his punches to the body against Rayo, Rayo head was flying up every now and again, because that's not going to change. And one can't Robert Garcia, even though Rayo tucked his chin more than he ever tucked his chin in his career, but had Isaac Cruz, touch the body some more, and threw a jab, he would have caught Rayo pulling back. But I just don't think he had enough mustard to knock out Rayo. De Los Santos was a different type of, he might be a more impactful puncher, but I did that video already and I talk about that on the live. So yeah, I think De Los Santos is a more impactful puncher. But back to Bud and Madrimov. Madrimov knew he was the B side in that fight, and he didn't do enough to win the fight, and the commentary was atrocious in that fight. The commentary was atrocious in that fight. And the Zone is known for that. They known for having atrocious commentary, biased commentary. That's what they known for. So that ain't really nothing new. But Madrimov never stepped it up. And the reason he didn't step it up because Crawford was reactive. He was active and reactive. Damn, my foot sliding out this shoe. He was active and reactive. And when Crawford touched Madrimov with clean shots, he hurt Madrimov. He hurt him. Madrimov's mouth was open during that fight. I told y'all he get tired. So he just thought he was going to land 1 or 2 shots. He was going to hurt Bud. And then, they was going to, drop him, knock him out. And he found out the smaller guy moving up, he can take a shot. So it was no plan to break down Bud. It seemed like their plan was to counter Bud, catch Bud, and knock Bud out with 1 shot. Even when he landed 1 shot, Madrimov never looked to throw another shot to follow up because Crawford would come right back with clean shots. Crawford would come right back with clean shots. So, like I continue to say, Madrimov felt the power, the speed, the counter punching of Bud, the uppercut was zinging. He felt the body work of Bud, and Bud did more body work. So, and Bud wasn't as accurate last night because he had a guy that was just looking to counter. So that's why the fight kind of got stagnant. Because Madrimov just sat there waiting. He sat there waiting for Bud. And Bud had to initiate. And when Madrimov initiated the offense, he would just get, his thing would be, let me get the fuck out the way. Come here. Come here. Come here. Sit. Sit. You're scaring that white lady. Wait, my bad. Yeah, his thing would be, let me just get the hell out the way. So he threw punches and landed them, and he was getting out the way before they landed. So he wasn't there, to me, if we're being honest, he was there to survive, not to win. And if he was going to win, he was going to be on the basis that Crawford couldn't take his punch. That's what I will say. He didn't come to win that fight. Now, at one point, not until the 12th round, he started really opening up. He didn't come to win that fight. Knowing that he was the B-side, yeah, I know he the champion. I know he the champion and shit, but he ain't come to win that fight. In the commentary, Sergio Mora and Chris Minix being company man, because you got to understand, Bud don't have a deal with the Zone. Bud don't have a deal with the Zone. So, and also, they held the broadcasting rights with a lot. I think that was shown in the United States on ESPN Plus. So, it's in their best interest to push the guy who got the Zone deal. Hold on, Miles. That was in their best interest. So, yeah, that was in their best interest is to push the guy who had the deal, who fought on his own regularly. So that's the reason why a lot of these dudes don't be wanting to cross the street. So But Madrimov didn't come to win that fight. He came with a puncher's chance. Hold on. But yeah, he came with a puncher's chance. That's what he came with. Uh-uh. He came with a puncher's chance. So he didn't come out there to sell out to win that fight. I'll say that again and again. He didn't come to win that fight. He came to win a puncher's chance. He thought Bud couldn't take a punch. He wanted to land a counter punch on Bud. So, and that's what he was looking for, one shot. And I think maybe he might have came in with that mindset, but also outside of that mindset too, maybe he was like, I'm willing to die on this shit, and he felt Bud power, because every time Bud put two punches together, he hurt him, you know? But Madrimov, he kind of did what Kavaliauskas did, but this was a different Bud that fought. See, Bud, when he fought Kavaliauskas, Coach Red basically said they thought they was just gonna steamroll him after the fight he had with Ray Robinson. So Bud just walked him down recklessly. This is a different weight class. So Bud had to respect Madrimov's skill set, his punching power, and his size. You gotta understand, no matter if Bud spar bigger guys or not, this still is 154-pound debut. So he just can't sit there and say, well, I'm gonna walk through Madrimov and be reckless with Kavaliauskas. He was like, yeah, he a 47-pounder, he can punch, I'm strong here, I've been here in a couple fights, I don't mind duking it out with this guy. But going to another weight class and duking it out, he said no. He said he's gonna be a little bit more cautious. Hold on, man. Sorry, this dude, he's being a little bit adventurous today. So he's like, nah. So, you know, what Bud really could have done different, man, to be honest, Madrimov, he fought safety first. That's all I really can say. Madrimov fought a safety first fight. That's really all I can say. He fought a very safety first fight. So wasn't nothing. Bud could have came at him like he did Kavaliauskas, but he would have opened himself up for a knockdown. That could have been the difference. He could have got knocked out, you know. But he fought a patient counterpuncher. And to me, it showed a lot of growth by Bud, not just jumping in there and being reckless. How we used to talk about how Bud get hit and he'd be reckless, and you know, he showed a lot of discipline. That's one thing that Mayweather is the greatest fighter of all time, his discipline, inside and out the ring. Mayweather not gonna do nothing, you know, irrational in one moment. Even with Shane Mosley, he protected himself. When Shane cracked him a couple times, kept his composure, got his mind clear, then the Empire strike back and attacked Shane Mosley. You know, Bud was a guy that, especially early in his career, he get hit, he gonna be reckless and try to just get you back. And I think that's kind of what they was hoping on. You know, Joel Diaz and Madrimov. And Bud didn't take the bait. Bud fought with patience. He fought smart. He fought behind his speed and his height. And also, people would say, well, what about the ring rust, CJ? Double tap the screen and like the video. What about the ring rust? Of course it's going to be ring rust. You take a year off from doing anything, it's going to be ring rust. You're going to be rusty at it. You know? You see, like Ben Simmons took a year off from basketball. What happened? He ain't never been the same. Le'Veon Bell took a season off from football. Destroyed his career. He never was the same player again. That's why I tell y'all, activity is the key. As you get older, you need more activity, not less. When you're young, you need some activity. You need activity. So, but Madrimov, you know, he did a good account of himself yesterday. It just wasn't nothing that I was surprised by, because when you do the film work and you ain't lazy or you ain't a hater like the rest of these content creators, you know what I'm saying? I gave him his flowers before the fight. And people said I was crazy. Oh, I mean, you overthinking stuff and he ain't that good. I mean, you watched the highlights. I broke down the fight We broke down his fights on Patreon. Check out the Patreon, the Philly TV version. We broke down the fights. You know, so he tried to let them overhand lefts and rights. They didn't work last night. Just like they didn't work for Eastside Cruz. But his right hand was good. And I think, Sean Porter, or was it Sergio Moore made a great point. And if I would just give it to Sean Porter, because Sergio Moore and Chris Minnick's his ass. Well, Chris Minnick's cool. Sergio Moore ass as a commentator. I liked him on the Contender, though. And as a fighter, he was all right. He couldn't punch, but he was cool. But he said that maybe Bud choosing to go southpaw, maybe he should have went orthodox a little bit more, and that would have took away Madrimov's straight right hand. But, I think somebody came back and said then Madrimov would have had the jab to the stomach. He would have set up the overhand right, because he could switch to the overhand left up top. So Bud chose to take away his jab to the stomach and deal with the right hand. So that should let you know how important the jab is. Bud chose the jab over to the stomach over the right hand, because that jab, and he could set up the right hand up top off the jab, and he could have caused trouble. But Madrimov was never looking to follow up on his shots. That was my problem. He never sold out to win the fight. We know he was the champion. We know that. Come on. We know that he was the champion. Who didn't know it last night? But he was the B-side. He didn't try to get in there and take it from Bud. Had he fought like he fought in the 12th round, who knows what would have happened, But that just shows when you a patient counterpuncher, it really ain't no demand for you in this sport. He's a patient counterpuncher. So guys don't want to fight that. He got solid footwork. He pivoted out pretty good. He turned Bud and they was doing some things, and Bud was as inaccurate as we ever seen him in there. But a part of that was, I told y'all, he had a tight guard. He had a really tight guard. But also, it's hard to be offensive when you got a guy in there that's being defensive. And that's just what it is. You got a guy in there being to me, he just had a survival's mentality. Shout out to Marin. Salute, I'm doing good. Let me read some comments. Oh, shout out to Mike from Germany. Shout out to Germany. He said, I'm a leg sort of guy. King Gracious, salute. Greg, what's going on? I told you about Rayo. Yeah, Rayo got the dub. Shout out to Rayo. Told y'all about Robert Garcia. He one of the best coaches in the game. If not, he might be the best coach. Especially when it comes to reforming fighters off of losses. He might be the best in the game. I didn't know this many people walk their dogs in the morning on Sundays. Bud, the boxing, shout out to King. Kofi, Anna said he didn't want to get knocked out. That's why he didn't go for Bud Body. Exactly. Fotex salute. He said DJ Rush. He said Tim Bradley at least was giving commentary, giving Madrimov credit. See, I ain't watched that I didn't watch that stream. He said Sean Porter shouldn't be on the. Man, I ain't trying to hear that bullshit. Sean Porter was exactly right about that fight. Tim Bradley, his opinion been bought by Top Rank. That motherfucker been compromised. Madrimov just sat there and he fought a safety first fight. He fought a safety first fight. Madrimov wasn't really doing nothing. They was calling out everything Madrimov did. And every time, I wonder how many times y'all see they really called out Bud hurting him. Not often. That commentary was awful, but a lot of y'all niggas just wanted to see Bud lose. That's it. And that's cool. I'm not mad at it. Eddie was super salty. My motherfucker was just trying to sell a rematch. Them motherfuckers lost. 116, 112 was ideal, in my opinion. Like, come on, Madrimov didn't. He landed some shots here and there, but landing, even like say you land the best shot of the round, that's not enough to win a fight, bro. If somebody else controlling the action. That dude didn't hurt Crawford one time in that fight. He didn't hurt Crawford one time in that fight. Crawford hurt him. Crawford hurt him multiple times. Come on, man. What make that tree special than the rest? Crawford hurt him multiple times. D-Dub, salute. He said, Bud smokes Virgil. I think it's next unless Virgil decides to man up. Come on. He said, bruh, Paul said, Bud smokes Virgil. I think it's next unless Virgil decides not to man up, you meant? Could be. Or Jerron could be next. He showed up. You always tell the truth, Bud was the aggressor and he won every round. I won't say he won every round. He won the majority of them. Since they want to score for the aggressor, Madrimov fought like a bitch. He did. He didn't come to win. I'll say that right now. He came to land one big shot. He said, don't like big facts, but he didn't go for it, but still a nice touch, but he was too safe. He was too safety first, and he was. Dolomite, salute to him. Proud parent of a gay car. Wow. You know what type of car it is, a Chevy Spark. So I should let you know everything you need to know. Like this, man, this country going to shit, bro. It's already the shit, man. Get your passports. Go find you a country to move to pretty soon, cause it's over with. It's over with. Ring the bell. He said, yeah. Now that's how you defend your belt. Madrimov, that motherfucker didn't go for it until the 12th round. Me and my girl was watching the fight and shit. But it is what it is. Don't worry, bud. Gonna tell Turkey, Shook Arabian Night to change the broadcast next time. I mean, yeah, they've been doing that. Georgia Moore been one of the worst broadcasters in the game. Everybody know that. Y'all be talking about Tim Bradley. I be talking about Sergio Moore. You know, I think he said something else I was gonna speak on. I just slipped my mind. Well, go ahead. You go that way. It slipped my mind. Something else he said. Every time Madrimov landed a punch, them niggas went crazy. They went crazy. They went crazy, bro. And I just ain't never seen a whole bunch of black people want to see another brother lose like Bud. I just ain't seen them. I don't see it too much. But they don't never do that to niggas like Mike Tyson. They don't never do that to dudes like Tank. People who perpetuate a stereotype, the stereotypical thug, gangster, bad guy, black guy. When you play the bad guy, you know, in most situations, they celebrate you. Mayweather might be the exception to that. He said Bud controlled the fight against a very good opponent. Yeah, he did. I think even Spence, especially Prime Spence, would have bodied. No, he wouldn't have. No, he wouldn't have. Talking about Prime Spence. Y'all niggas be killing me. That nigga's ass. I told y'all from the beginning that nigga was ass. What's Tank say? Ass. I told y'all from the beginning. I broke down Errol Spence. If you can find it on Instagram, I broke down his film. I showed you every mistake Errol Spence made and what was gonna cost him versus Bud. Did I not? Did I not break down for people who seen that Instagram breakdown I did? I broke down everything he did wrong. All the reaching, squaring up, not bringing his hands back home. I broke all that down on Instagram Live years ago. The nigga ass. The Sean Porter fight, I told not one lie. Not one lie I told about the Sean Porter fight, bro. Not one. He can't fight on the inside. When I seen him fight on the inside versus Sean Porter and stand straight up, ass. Ass. I keep telling y'all this. Y'all don't know what y'all be watching, bro. Niggas that fight me, Earl Spence a good inside fighter. Nigga ass. I told y'all that ass was. I thought he was gonna finish on his feet at least. You know, but that's just me. Y'all can see what y'all want to see. Prime Spence was no. Come here. Sit. Show the people you can sit. Sit. And your paws dirty. Stay. Don't you move. Come on. Go be great, Enrique. I be calling this nigga Enrique. He like, man, that ain't my name. But Trey Finesse salute. He said I want to see Bud versus Jamel. I don't want to see that bitch fight no more. I don't want to see Jamel fight no more. I don't want to see a Charlo in 50 feet of a boxing arena, a boxing gym. I don't want, no, come on. I don't want to see them in 50 feet of a boxing gym. Just like Alan said, he couldn't be that close to the school in the hangover. I don't want to see Jamel Charlo 50 feet in a box close to neither one of them niggas. I don't want to see it. Bruh, the show didn't start till one. Man, bruh, oh my mama, bruh. My girl left a get together. Took forever to get there. And Eminem just got done performing. They just not was going to the ring and shit. I expected the fight to be over with. I expected the fight to be over with. And it wasn't. We sat there watched the whole fucking fight, bro. Shit was like 2 in the morning. Y'all think I was doing the reaction? Absolutely not. I was out here giving out the 2-pump special. But was off too long. Yeah, he was. That played the part, ring rust. Anytime you a boxer puncher, you know, it's no supplement for actually fighting in the ring. So there's no supplement for that. Sparring it's not the best. It's ain't no better supplement than fighting. None. Kinnico, salute. Man, salute. What up, Kobe? He said, I think that was smart choice by Bud to take away the jab from the stomach. With the Bud being older, he tried with a jab to the stomach. It would have targeted. I wouldn't say it would have slowed him down. The jab to the stomach, it can. We seen Floyd stop old buddy with that. Sharper Mitchell with it. Oh, you want to go over there? Come on. He stopped Sharper Mitchell with a jab I think it was a jab to the stomach. But the thing about going to the stomach, it would have set up it would have opened up punches over the top. So Madrimov would have set that right hand over the top. So I didn't really see Madrimov switch a lot. He could switch. He a switch hitter. No, did he? No, pause. He was awkward. Yeah, he was awkward. Y'all was calling that motherfucker a bigger Jeff Horn. I'm like, yeah, y'all didn't do the education. You don't got the answer, Sway. You don't do the education. What time is it? Shit, that's a good point. I ain't got my watch. 8:30. 8:30. Definitely getting a nap in today, bro. I got one in yesterday, so I was good. He said he was awkward, KLS, all that movement, but did good what he had to do, the particular style, good fight. Yeah, the commentary was ass on the DAZN side. You know, it was terrible. Sean Porter was the only solid one there. Sean Porter is Marvel Jesus for he's Marvel Jesus for come on. He Marvel Jesus for the zone. Bro Bud lost that fight. That's your opinion. I don't really care. You probably think there's a prime Spence too, don't you? Crawford was getting tagged. Who don't get tagged in the fight? He was tagging that ass too. The difference was old buddy was touching him a little bit. Bud was hurting that nigga. Bud was hurting that nigga. Bud had his mouth open. No diddy pause. See, the commentary was, it was biased because it's the zone is basically matchroom. So let's see if Canelo grow up here and get in the ring with him. Hold on. He said Prime Spence would have got knocked out by Bud in 4. But yeah, Prime Spence is ass. I keep telling y'all that. Them Texas boys. Jamel can fight though. I'll give him that. But nobody want to see that bitch fight no more. Said I ain't see you around that Madrimov. I'll give him a few rounds in there. You know. But people think because you landed the punch of the round, you won the round. That's not the case. One punch don't win a round. One punch don't win a round. It's already about to be hot around this bitch. Yeah, one punch don't win a round. Chop the water though. Velvet Chris said they kept wondering why Bud stayed southpaw, took the man jab away. That's yep, exactly. I think somebody said that early in the fight. Somebody said that. So it is what it was. You was the only guy on YouTube that tells the truth. You called it shot the water. Appreciate it. Ascend Awakening. Say, this shit get on my nerves. Hey, hit the likes up. Double tap the screen and like the video as I walk my animal. You trying to chase a baby squirrel? Come on, man. What you gonna gain from beef? Sit. What you gonna gain from eating a baby squirrel? All dogs ain't gonna go to heaven at that point. Come on. He said, Velda Chris say, I'd rather see Big cheating baby than Canelo. Big baby, man. He let one slip away. Charlo here, bud. Now he got dizzy and sweaty. Yeah. Now he want to come back and shit. Shit, fuck Charlo. Cyber salute, bud. Was in there getting peace. Oh, it happens. It's boxing. You ain't supposed to get hit. It's boxing. Shit, Mayweather got pieced up too before. Y'all remember Miguel Cotto was piecing that nigga up, but Mayweather still won the fight. Errol Spence got more than pieced up by Sean Porter and Bud. Everyone coming for Drake. What Drake got to do with this? What do you think next for Anderson? Do you think till later on Jared kept punishing his body? I don't know, man. Them Africans are different, bro. It would have had an effect, an additional weight on Bacoli, but I don't know much about Bacoli, so I can't call it. But it would have. He just stood in front of him too much. Sometimes you fight a bigger opponent like that, you ain't really got no choice. You notice how Usyk always shows, he never sat in front of Fury too long. And when he did, he was either punching or on it or about to move. He said, Bud won, we just used to him dominating. Now people want to say it was close. Yeah, that's the thing about dominating. A dude to have a moment or a couple moments, and they say you got exposed or you lost the fight. That's true. Yeah, Bud almost stopped him, and then he melded in. Bud almost stopped him a few times in that fight. The motherfucker started grinning. He said when Jared said that man was strong as ish, I almost threw up my drink. Things people don't understand. That motherfucker was saying nigga. He was saying all types of shit in his post-fight press conference. He raw. He'll be back. Why not? Thing people don't understand is Madrimov was a little light middleweight fighter in the amateurs. At 165, he came down to 50. Yeah, he fought at 160 versus the Rafael Nguki. I forget the dude's name. Why I like this dog walking the cat? This guy walking the cat. Said the thing people don't understand. Okay, I read that one. And Stevenson's boxing is going, you're going to get hit, I think he meant. He said, did you see that cringe Canelo fan? Oh, you talking about the one in the video? The girl? I don't really care about no Canelo fans at all. Come on. Nice dog. Come on. Come on. Come on. You about to step in water. And you did. Yeah, come on. My bad, y'all. I see. You know how a dog see another dog. It was an Australian Shepherd. Or Blue Healy, one of the two. Come on. Come on, man. I'm out here doing a live in, controlling this dog ain't easy. He said David was a nobody until he fought Boots. So let's see what anybody else do with Madrimov. Yeah. He knocked out Carbonov. He was undefeated. He said Errol Spence is trash. I think Bud would be both Charlos. Man, nobody care about them ninjas. Crawford didn't dominate. So with all that being said, Betting going. Ninja's gonna say he lost. Yep. Morrell looks shitty. Hot Rod's a good fighter, so I knew that was gonna be a tough fight. I thought he would catch Hot Rod late, because Hot Rod got some wear and tear on him. But if you listen to any of my my undercard predictions or the main prediction, the only fight I got wrong was Rayo and Andy Ruiz, because I picked Ruiz and he almost won that fight, even though he really lost that fight. But that was hard. I knew when they was in Southern California, they was gonna favor the Mexicans. I had like 8-4. I really didn't score. I just watched it. I go back and score it if you need necessary. I got Benavidez cooking Morrell. Yeah, Morrell just thought Hot Rod was ass. Bud had Earl Spence looking like he washed his face with a hornet's nest. I had Bacolli stopping Anderson. I never seen Bacolli fight, so I can't speak on it. Appreciate your candor when you talk about various topics. A shout out to Red Strike 7. I repeat, Earl Spence is trash. Crawford pound for pound. If Floyd fight Tank or Crawford, who wins? Right now, I got Tank and Crawford beating old man Floyd. That's just my opinion. But prime for prime, it depends on the weight with Floyd. With Crawford. But Floyd attacks Tank ass prime for prime. Yeah, man. He ain't losing no Tank. I'll tell you that right now. Old man Floyd, he done. And I heard Floyd, he a passport ninja now. Hold on, bro. Hold on. Now, she told us not to stay out here this long. I'm blaming your ass when we get back. Go. Go. He said, I like Lil Big Baby now. He got folded. This nigga go all the way down there, bro. I just don't understand it. Miles, come on. No, come on. Come on. Get down here. Get your ass down here. Either he got folded like a lawn chair. He actually had a good chance. Dude was tired. Big Baby stayed too closely. He stayed in front of him too much. He said Big Baby put up a valiant effort, bro. Some of these people are be corny. He said I got Crawford for 8-4. He said it's getting hot as fuck out in this bitch too. Come on, man. I'm ready to go back in the house. You tired? Tell the people what you thought about the fight last night. What you thought about the fight last night? That nigga didn't watch it. He went to sleep. I thought Crawford won. Oh no, Doug Crawford won the fight. Reminds me of people used to always say Mayweather lost later in his career. Look for anything to nitpick. That's what it is. We nitpick the greats because we set such a high standard for them, and they set a high standard for themselves. So I'm so tired of this screen rotation shit. This shit irritating. Anderson no defense. Charles Martin fight. Yeah, he kept pulling straight back with his chin up in the air. Being a shorter heavyweight, that's not smart. Bacolli looked like prime. Yeah, Bacolli a problem. He like that dude from Black Panther. Yeah, Bacolli a problem. I wouldn't want to fight that nigga. I'll tell you that right now. You get the gun, G, for Bacolli. Get the gun. But overall, yeah, I'm going to talk about the whole fight card and video. I got videos lined up for that for today. But overall, you know, Eddie Hearn tried to play the role as a showman, as a conman. That's what he did. As a conman, Eddie Hearn is trying to sell a rematch or justify Madrimov. That's why his trainer was like, oh, we George manager, we want the fair fight. We want the fair fight. We want the fair fight. Double tap the screen like, we want the fair fight. You know? So, Madrimov can't fuck with Crawford, you know, but he did better than Lil Spence. So, I told y'all Lil Spence ain't got no skills, bro. Derrick James said it. What do you mean adjustment? Well, you step it up. Step up the pace. No, you mean adjustment. It's just the pace. And the pace up. Going there and just, you know, step it up. You know, keep your hands up. Keep your hands up. You know, move your hands. So when you got a guy in there who ain't throwing no punches and he got good movement, I mean, everything I said leading up to that fight, it happened. You know, the guy got a tight guard, kept his chin tucked, kept his hands up. Um, Bud had, Bud, he moved, was a question about how he's going to take a punch. I think he answered that question because he just knocked out a strong Carbonov. It was also a question if Bud had power and the speed and how he's going to translate. He looked stronger than ever in that fight. It's just that Madrimov, didn't let him finish the fight. You know, so that's just what it was. So, but nonetheless, Madrimov, he'll be back. We'll see him fight again for sure. They're gonna cry, rematch and all that. So is Fondora gonna be jumping in the ring with Bud next? I think that's a fight in which you and your fucking fetish with squirrels. My thing is that's gonna be an interesting fight because Bud going to use his legs because he can't do what Anderson did and he can't do what Erickson Lubin did. What Anderson did last night with Bacoli, and he can't do what Erickson Lubin did versus Fondora. You can't stand running in front of that guy. So either you gotta be fainting, punching, or you gotta be getting the hell out the way. Come on, man. So if you stand in front of Fondora, Bud will lose. Or it might be one of his last fights. His prime will be gone. So I keep telling y'all, that's a real fight too. Anytime you got a guy that tall, how you break them type of guys down is how Floyd broke down Diego Corrales. Feints, stab jab to the body, come over the top, good left hook, lead hook. So that's how you defeat that. But that's all I got. I'm about to walk into the crib. I got some videos lined up for the day, and then tomorrow later on today we'll double back with a computer live. So be on the lookout for that.